Now, together with you, we are going to draw a picture of an animal that you probably have not heard of before. The animal that we are going to draw is the armadillo. By drawing an animal that we may not be familiar with, we will better understand the proof of possibility. Now, draw a body for the armadillo. However, before we begin, we ask this question: how many types of bodies can be drawn for the armadillo? Maybe we should ask this instead. If we were to hand pens to the 7 billion people on the earth and ask them to draw a body for the armadillo, would each person who had never seen an armadillo not draw a different figure? They most certainly would, and each person's drawing would not look the same. For example, while someone would draw its height at 5 meters, another would draw its height at 5 centimeters. Someone would draw its width as being 1 meter, and another would draw it as 5 centimeters. According to a person, this animal has 4 legs. According to another, it has 2 legs. The armadillo is red for someone, and for another, it is green. Just as the possibilities for the types of figures that can be drawn are endless and countless. Those 7 billion people can draw 7 billion distinct bodies. If we wanted each person to draw 2 bodies, then this time there would be 14 billion possibilities as to what the figure should be. Now, we are going to draw a face for the armadillo. And our question is still the same. How many possible faces can be drawn for the armadillo? Our answer is yet the same. The numbers are boundless. Once again, if we asked 7 million people to draw an armadillo's face, every person would draw something different. One would draw a long nose, whereas another would draw a short nose. One would draw its ears on the side, and another would draw them on top. There would be 5 teeth in the armadillo's mouth in someone's illustration, and in another's illustration, there would be 10 teeth. For those who have never seen an armadillo, the possibilities for the types of faces that can be drawn are endless and countless. Now we're going to draw some limbs and organs for the armadillo. What should its hands and feet be like? What should its fingers and various other features look like? Once again, we ask the same question. In how many possible ways can its limbs and organs be drawn? The answer is once again the same. There are countless types of limbs and organs that can be drawn. One will draw wings, and another will not. One will draw its feet at the length of 1 meter. For another, there are no feet, since the armadillo could be a reptile for all they know. Someone will draw 3 fingers, whereas someone else will draw 5. Considering these boundless possibilities, everyone can draw varied limbs and organs for the armadillo. If all 7 billion people were to have pens in their hands, then 7 billion distinct designs for the limbs and organs would form. Now, let us determine the armadillo's traits. Will it be brave or timid? If it is to be brave, then how brave is it? Will it be slow-moving or fast? If it is to move fast, then what will its speed limit be? Will it be lazy or hard-working? If it is to be lazy, how lazy will it be? We will consider these characteristics and similar ones and choose one by one. In addition, we will determine the degree of each feature. It means that there are hundreds of characteristics to choose from, and for each of these hundreds of characteristics, there are hundreds of more degrees, and each of them must have a level to be determined. Now, our question is this. If we were to place the hundreds of characteristics that are to be chosen for the armadillo in front of the world's 7 billion people, and if we were to want these people to determine the armadillo's characteristics and their degrees, would there not be 7 billion distinct results? Of course there would be. It means that characteristics involve unlimited possibilities too. When we try to draw an armadillo, there are billions of different bodies that can be drawn, and hundreds of billions of different organs. There are also numerous attributes that can be chosen for it. Now, within these boundless possibilities, we find the armadillo standing in front of us. It is not the picture of the armadillo, it is a real armadillo. It is fitted in the most perfect body. It has been given the best face. It has been equipped with the most sapient of organs, and has been provided with the qualities that are most necessary for the duration of its life. In this situation, is it possible, within these boundless amounts of possibilities, that the preference for the best and most sapient option was in no way affected by the preference, appointment, and allocation of a decision-maker, but is instead the result of some coincidence? Is there such a possibility? It is the proof of possibility. Amongst boundless possibilities, the most perfect possibility is applied. Now, when we look at this world, we see that every being has its own particular figure. A nice face, as well as sapient and useful organs. In addition, the being is sent to the earth with qualities that allow it to continue and fulfill its life. Nevertheless, within the boundless amounts of possibilities, the being is given a particular figure, is ornamented with a suitable face, has been equipped with sapient and useful organs, and has been placed with qualities that are adequate to its body. In the most definite sense, this is a preference, an appropriation, and a designation. In other words, it is the work of God, and is in no way the work of coincidence. Now let us look at how the most appropriate preferences are chosen for a camel. The camel's hump are like a reservoir. For days, the camel is able to manage with this livelihood, and it can live without water for 3 weeks. Its feet are wide, and the camel can run in the sand without sinking. The lashes on its eyes are like a net, and even in the severest of conditions, its eyes will not be filled with sand. The camel's nose was created in such a way that even in the most frightening storms, the camel is still able to breathe easily. Its top lip is cleft, and it allows the camel to eat thorny desert plants. Its neck, which is 3 meters above the ground, enables the camel to eat leaves. Its knees are covered by calluses having been formed from skin that is as thick and hard as a horn. When the camel lies down, the calluses protect the animal from the ground's extreme heat and from injury. by means of its thick fur, the camel is able to endure summers that are 50+ degrees Celsius and winters that are 50 degrees Celsius and below. In addition to these characteristics, there are several others. In addition to all of its present characteristics, if the camel was to have the legs of a horse, it would not be able to travel even 1 kilometer in the desert. Likewise, if the camel's eyes did not have nets, then it would not be able to take even a single step in a storm. And if its lips were not cleft, then it would not be able to be nourished. In such cases, would any of the camel's other characteristics have any importance? When considering the camel's shape, an infinite amount of possibilities can be considered. However, the camel has been given the most perfect body and most perfect face for the duration of its life. And in addition, it has been provided with the most sapient of organs and has been fitted with the most useful qualities. Certainly, this work is proof that there is one who makes preferences and designations. This being's will and wisdom can even be shown to those who are blind. Now, compare elephants, fish, birds, insects, plants, and other creatures to a camel. Think of the existing possibilities for their bodies, faces, organs, and characteristics. Afterwards, visualize the most perfect possibility with your eyes. Then, ask yourself whether or not this preference is a work of coincidence. If you are unable to picture the whole creature, then look at a fly's wing. Then, think of the millions of types of wings that could have been attached, and how the most appropriate of these possibilities was chosen. These types of wings are not apparent on just one fly, but are attached on every one of its kind. Figuring that there are billions of possibilities for the types of wings, yet the best kind was chosen and is visible on all flies. Could this still be an art of coincidence? In light of all these examples, let us now summarize the proof of possibility. In this world, every being has a particular body for itself. Although there are countless possibilities of body types, the most perfect of these possibilities has been chosen, which proves the presence of a decision-maker, and this decision-maker is God. Once again, every being on this planet has a particular face and shape for itself. While there are boundless possibilities in the types of faces and shapes, the best of them were chosen, which proves that there is a patron of will. And this patron of will is God. Every being on this planet has a particular personality for itself. While there are boundless possibilities in the types of personalities, the best of them was chosen, which proves the existence of a designator, and this designator is God. Lastly, Every being on this planet has special and sapient organs for itself. While there are boundless possibilities in the types of special and sapient organs, the best of them were chosen, which proves the existence of an administrator, and that administrator is God. Briefly, let alone the universe, even a fly's wing cannot be interpreted as a coincidence.